We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Snapdragon, it is the Spicy AF Super Spicy Noodle Soup. Of course, the AF here means generally as fuck. So it is the Spicy as fuck Super Spicy Noodle Soup. And I don't know how hot it's going to actually be, but you know me, if I see something on the shelf that has these sort of modifiers as adjectives, that I'm going to be immediately interested to see if it actually lives up to it, and most of the time it does not. So we've got, this is actually from Vietnam. And we're going to look at this, but I'll tell you what, I am going to ignore this. I'll tell you right now, and I'll tell you why, because people ask me this sometimes. But so this is pull it halfway, empty all contents into the cup, hot water up to the fill line, close the lid, and stand for 3 minutes. So we're not doing that. What we're going to do is throw it in the microwave for 3 minutes and let it sit for probably 5 like usual. Actually, it might not. This is a small cup, so I'll probably do it for like closer to 2.5. And there actually are microwave instructions, though, oddly enough. So it's saying 2.5 minutes. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do 2.5 minutes. Now, the reason that I do that method most often is because of this. This is a metallic, there's metal in this lid, and it will cause some havoc with the old microwave if you throw it in there with this. So we're going to have to toss the lid, of course. And I've discovered that more than once, on more than one occasion, you know. It's something apparently I like to keep discovering. So right now I'm just looking, I'm not going to read off all these ingredients because, you know, nobody's, we do have a vegetable pack, which we'll be tossing, obviously. There's a cheese pack, okay. So there is chili in the sauce pack. I don't see, I'm trying to see if I can find some, it does list onion, but that is going to be powdered most likely. Or this is going to be a somewhat short video. Because if it's not powdered, then I probably won't be able to actually eat this. So I don't see any, I don't know what the spice would be. I don't see anything that really is, okay, get rid of that. So this feels like something dry. This is also something dry. So is there 2 sauce packs? Let's see. Oh no, one's cheese. Okay, so right away there's going to be cheese in here. So this isn't going to be that hot. This is a very small amount of noodles. So let's see. We got I don't know which is the cheese. I think this is the sauce. So let's do this. We're going to throw the sauce in there. Yeah, okay. So this is the sauce. Yes. Okay, this is the sauce. Yeah, it's this sort of oily paste stuff. We are going to be doing this in a change. I got a whole bunch of chopsticks from one of the other ramens. The mini. I've done a lot of noodles and ramens on this channel, actually. Not as many as the one. I know there's one guy out there that's done like 3,000 or 4,000 of them or something like that. Whoa, that's punchy. Wow. Nice. Whoa, you know what? Let's just throw that in there, I guess. This might be hotter than... Whoa, that's good. Good flavor. This might be hotter than I'm expecting. You know what? I'll take it. I'd be welcome. It does have a sort of the vibe of the Korean noodles. Okay. Um, okay, so what we're gonna do is I need that lid. Oh no, I don't. I need a towel. That's what I need. Okay. So let's put that over there. And man, I am doing this in the messiest way possible. So good on me. All right. I'm gonna go throw some water in this. We're gonna bang it in the microwave for probably a couple minutes at least. We'll come back, we'll stir in the cheese, and we'll see just what exactly we have here. Okay, so 2 minutes was very sufficient to get this boiling. So I actually let it go for 2 minutes in the microwave, and I then let it sit for two minutes here. And this is quite warm still. And I did not obviously fill it to the fill line because I don't like the soup. I'm not a big fan of broth, so I think what we're gonna do is let's throw in this cheese. I believe this is the cheese right here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, whoa! What is that? Is that cheese? Whoa! Do you guys see that? It's a mountain of MSG, and my sodium's gonna go right through the roof here. Well, I guess that's cheese. I don't know what else it would be. That would be funny if it was MSG. Ramen, one of the issues with ramen is that it tends to be super salty. One of the very large downsides to instant ramen. I presume if you get it in a restaurant, it might be slightly more healthy in that one specific respect. You know, who knows whatever else they've done to it. But I think this is pretty well. Look at these noodles here. Okay. Oh, I should have broke these up. Well, all right. Let's just take a whack at it here. No, it's definitely cheese. So these actually have a decent heat to them. These would be as good without the cheese, I think. This is really it. I'm shocked. I was not expecting this at all. This is really quite good. Wow. It's certainly not to the level of Samyang, but almost nothing else is either. Maybe one of the smaller, the smaller, one of the more tame Samyangs. This is quite good though. I like this. I like the flavoring. And the heat I'll give it a legit one. And I'm really shocked by that. What I don't like though is the texture of these noodles, these really sort of thin. They remind me almost of the glass rice noodles. Obviously they're not, but they sort of remind me of that texturally, and I don't like those in like this kind of soup. Really good though. Wow. So I came across these. I happen to be at World Market. And World Market is one that I don't go to a lot. I stick my face in there maybe once or twice a year. Because they do like to bring in some of the content you see on this channel is actually from there. If you're a regular watcher. And they just overhauled the entire section. Bunch of stuff is going on clearance, including this. I didn't even notice this when it was normally on the shelves. To give you an idea of how well structured that store is. Anyway, I see us in the clearance area. Always check clearances, guys. And gals. When I say guys, I mean just generally viewers. So, but whoever's watching out there, definitely make sure you're checking clearance because you can sometimes find really cool stuff like this. Normally, this is a $3 noodle cup. For $3, I would say no. But it was half off. So I got it for like $1, $1.50. Yes. Yes to that. In fact, if they have more when I go there again, whenever that is. I got too much liquid in this again. But this is just, hopefully I can show you without spilling. This is just liquid. But I would get more of these. If I found more of these, you know, and they probably had maybe half a dozen or so. If I happen to go back there and they still happen to have them, I would get the rest. The rest of those, no questions asked. This was really amazingly good. Like I am so stunned. I don't understand what the heat is from though. Oh, there it is. I missed the oleo resin capsicum. It's and it was pretty immediate too. So it's a nice extract heat. But this happily is a very, very good tasting base, and you really don't get the extracty sort of heat from this. Instead, you get, well, I mean, you get it in the sense that it's a very, so extracty heat will tend to hit everything. That is certainly the case with this, but the flavor is still quite good. Like, I'm shocked. I was not expecting this to be this as good as it is. So, wow. Very, very happy to have discovered that. Spicy AF would not be the terminology that I think I would use to describe this, however. It definitely has got a good punch to it, and it's very clearly aimed at that, you know, sort of Korean hot noodles vibe, but it is not on that level at all. It's a stepping stone to that, though, I would say. So, and this could be one of the nice things with these is that these can be really good tolerance builders as well, because you get a very, very, one of the things about extract that I guess is maybe a positive is that it's a very level heat. It tends to go immediately to whatever it's going to be and then stay there for however long. It'll start to taper, but it generally isn't going to build from that point. It's very controlled, it's very metered, whereas with peppers, you can get them, depending on which one you get, those will start to build. And you can get yourself into trouble potentially with those. But with an extract, it pretty much is what it is. And it jumps there and stays there. So, and then you can just step up successively hotter, you know, if you want to. So, flavor-wise, though, like I said, really, really quite good. Salt is stupid, though. Like, if you consume noodles the way I do, you're probably better off. But this has 1,230 milligrams. So over a gram of salt is in this. It's like 53% of the RDA, assuming 2,000 calories. And for this little thing, this is 290 calories, right? But it's just soaked with all that salt. It doesn't read that way, though. I'm sure part of it's cheese powder. And there's probably a lot of MSG in there. Actually, I should look. Cheese. Do we have MSG in the cheese? Everybody out there in YouTube land wants to know. Well, maybe just me. The cheese is it's basically a cheese-flavored coffee creamer. There you go, I guess. Still, I think the end result was really, really... It's something I would happily eat again from a flavor perspective. Seeing those figures admittedly gives me some pause, but Flavor wise, top notch. I have no complaints at all about the flavor of this. So, yeah, very, very, very happy surprise. But I would not, like I said, get this unless it's half off. Like $3 for this is not a good deal because there is not a lot of noodles that you saw. If you watched the video, you saw. Not a good deal as far as I'm concerned. But if you can get it for $1, $1.50, definitely jump on that. That's a very, very, very good flavoring. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Noodle texture, like I said, not great, but for $1.50, I'd go through it again. And we'll just leave it there. So there it is, the Snapdragon Spicy AF Super Spicy Noodle Soup Ramen. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.